What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I really want to have a serious conversation about black fathers and what they mean to the world. And I grew up in a community where my father was there partly. Him and my mom divorced when I was 14. But you know what, guys? I really got a chance to see a lot of families when there was no father there. Especially some of the houses that dealt with a lot of the young black women in my community. Was no dad there. Was no father there to really guide them. And, you know, the mom was at work a lot. So when some of the dudes in the community that didn't have a lot of infrastructure upbringing, you saw those young ladies dealing with these guys. And the guy may have thought he loved her, but he was just, not a good enough man. You see these chicks get pregnant, 1 baby, 2 babies. By the time they're 19, 20, life is already over. And it happens, okay? But I did notice that the young ladies that I did know in Sacramento that were black and had their fathers, that wasn't so much of a problem. And those ladies did tremendously much better. One of the girls that I know, I won't mention her name, she ended up going to Meharry Dental School. She is now a full-time professor of dentistry in New York. And I want to get into this today because black men, when they're in the houses, they give their daughters something to look at before they pick a mate. And I want to talk about Joe Jackson because he gets a lot of bad press, as an abusive father, and Michael Jackson's father, and Janet and Tito. And some of that could be considered true, depending on the era that they was in. But Joe Jackson was a hell of a patriarch. Was he perfect? No, nobody's perfect. Could he have done some things differently? Absolutely. In comparison to the time he's in right now, he would definitely be canceled. But there was a person that wanted to deal with Janet Jackson. It was Bobby Brown. Now, Bobby Brown is from, I believe, either Boston or Roxbury, Massachusetts, one of those two places. And Bobby Brown comes from a very dysfunctional environment. We know that Whitney Houston was already kind of having problems, but Bobby Brown added to that. It made it all worse. Bobby Brown is a father's nightmare. Okay. And Bobby Brown was dating Janet Jackson at a time. But what did Joe Jackson do? Joe Jackson said, hell to the no. Get rid of that fool. He ain't nothing but trouble. And we already see what ended up happening with Whitney Houston. I'm not blaming that all on Bobby, but Bobby damn sure helped. And I want to talk about that because that is the importance of black fathers. Okay? People don't think that black men, when they're not leading the family, that all they worth is just a penis and some semen and that's it. No. Black fathers are worth a lot more than what you want to give credit to. And the one thing that a good black father is going to do for his daughter is get her away from ain't shit men. And here in the manosphere, or in the black manosphere communities, or whatever communities you want to talk about, one thing that we not going to ever disagree on is that we have some black men in our community who ain't worth a damn. Okay? And we know that a lot of women, if the guy got a good charismatic personality, if he's attractive, listen, we know when a woman get her emotions tied up in a man, she not going to look at none of that. That's where fathers come in and set the standard, okay? And a lot of things that men need to do is to save women, not all women, but some women, from the decisions that they possibly can make. Okay? And what are you seeing in the black community in the last 50 years? We're seeing a lack of those fathers. That's why the community is what it is. You remove these guys from the home, you remove these guys from the community, and you see how folks are acting. It's getting worse. Look at the drill music. I talk to Brother George Macon all the time. He says, listen, on my block, I am the only married man on my entire street. I believe there's another married guy across the street, rather, but he's a Sudanese man. Because everybody else is a single mom raising a kid or a daughter. And every time you're seeing Philadelphia with these shootings and stuff like that going crazy, these young ladies are dealing with these guys. They don't know what real masculinity is. They don't know nothing. They don't even know what traits to look for in a man. And to be honest, our community, the way we've been going, we kind of show that we don't really care about that. Because you know what? A lot of times black patriarchs are demonized. Oh, he's too aggressive. Oh, he's toxic masculinity. Okay, well then you tell me then, when these guys go out here and shoot up the whole block and they're shooting some of these ladies out here because those ladies are also now some of them in gangs and these guys don't have no remorse, what are you talking about? Because I tell you what, if there's more black fathers in neighborhoods, oh no, you're not gonna be hitting on the women. No, because a black father is gonna tell his son, that is a young woman. You don't put your hands on a young woman. When you walk down the street with a young lady that's your girlfriend or your wife or whoever you're dating, you go in the inside of the sidewalk, you go all out on the outside. You open the door for a young woman, okay? You taught how to respect a woman, a young woman, what a young man is supposed to do for a young woman. My father wasn't perfect, but I knew that already. When you have a woman, it is up to you to pay the bills. You get out there, you're supposed to work, okay? You put your wife in the nice neighborhood. You take care of your family. You need to learn that right now as a young man. So by the time you become a man, you already have this. Ain't no 50-50 crap. My parents didn't teach me that. My grandfather didn't teach me that. You be a man. You take care of your people. Okay? But you don't see these young guys today have that kind of situation. Why? Because ain't no daddies there. So these young dudes, they used to get paid by their mamas. Yeah, they want somebody to get 50-50 and sometimes pay everything. And these young women are complaining. Well, I can tell you what, you ain't seeing a man because ain't no men raising these kids like they supposed to. And I'm not saying like they supposed to, because some of them not even getting the opportunity because the mamas don't even want them there. They want to be the ones playing mama and daddy. And then when you young women are out here dealing with these guys, y'all upset like, where are the real men at? Because they ain't seen one. D.L. Hughley said a very famous quote one time he made up. He says, listen, in order to be a man, you got to see a man. And the thing I love about Joe Jackson, despite all the hate he's gotten over the years, he's a real man. You see, you got a problem, you get out and you get in the back, you fight. All right, now that's enough. Ain't gonna be out here don't shoot nobody in the damn face because you're afraid to get your ass whooped. No, you go out there, you fight it out. I remember one time I came home and some kid that had did something. My dad said, no, go back up there. We're going back up there together. Which one was he? That one? Okay, y'all fight it out right here. You know I had to fight for my dad. He didn't care if you win or lose, but you're gonna fight. All right, that's enough. You go home. Okay? That's what being a man is about. And yes, men are supposed to protect women, fathers in particular. And good on Joe Jackson from keeping Janet Jackson away from Bobby Brown's dusty ass. I'm sorry. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.